Welcome to Great Gadgets and Gear. Today we're on location in my windy backyard. Hopefully this is coming out okay. It's pretty windy out here. But it's just such a nice day I had to come outside. So hopefully you're going to be able to hear me over this wind. So I think I'm going to go out for a hike. So I thought I'd give you a quick look at my pack. And then I'll do a follow-up video on my day hike gear. So this is the Gregory Jade 28, and first we'll go over a few specs courtesy of Amazon. We can see it here. This pack currently goes for, wow, 136 bucks. That's way more than what I paid for it. I've had this pack for probably about a year, and I think I paid around $80 or $90 for it. And it's hard to see. Not the best photo-wise here. Let's see if we can get you some stats here. Okay. Well, obviously it's 28 liters. It puts the puts the dimensions at 25 inches high, 14 inches across, and 10 inches in depth. And not very, boy, they really don't give very good information on the web, do they? And I don't have my tape measure or my scale out here today. Oh, you know what? We're just gonna wing it. If there's anything you want to know, like the weight of the bag or any of the dimensions, just drop a comment down in the comment section, and I'll be happy to post them down there. Or you can go right to Gregory's site and check it out. So, anyways, this is the bag. It's in this Nordic blue color. At the time when I purchased it, and maybe that's the reason I got it so cheap, was because it was the only color available. I was actually looking for like a green bag, or they didn't have gray. Color choices were kind of limited, so this was like the one that they had. It's all right. The color is a little more muted than it shows up on the camera. It's kind of like a bluish gray type color. It looks more brightly colored on the camera for some reason. Anyways, this is a fantastic pack. Even at the 136 bucks, if you can afford it, it's a great little day hike. Perfect size, 28 liters is perfect for me for a day hike. This is my particular bag that I use for very humid, hot and humid days. I usually grab this bag when it's 90, 100 degrees out. And yeah, I will go out there and hike in 90 to 100 degree weather. I try to pick a park that's got a nice lake or a creek or something. Anyways, so let's go over some of the features of the bag. As you can see at the bottom here, it's got a couple of hooks. So you can add some stuff. You can put, this is actually set up for your trekking poles. You put your points through here, and then I'll show you up at the top here, they have some adjustable cable locks up there. But while we're down here still, one of the best features of this bag, especially right now with it being 136 bucks, is the built-in rain cover. This is an amazing feature. Very nice touch by Gregory, and probably why I keep buying their packs. Then you don't have to shell out extra for a rain cover. You get it for free. It's got its own little designated pocket, so it's not taking up any of your gear space. You know, it takes up a little bit, you know, in the pockets, but it's worth it to get a free rain cover. So this is really cool. As you can see, I haven't used it. Luckily, anytime I've taken this out, I'm never caught in the rain. I'm usually caught in the high humid days. And it's got a little vent here in case you get any rain in that particular pocket. It can drain out the bottom, which is a cool feature. Very good stitching on the bottom. There's no loops on the bottom or anything. You know, it's a day pack, so I guess they didn't really think you'd be strapping anything to the bottom. And then on the, sorry about that, on the front here you have a zipper pocket, and it's a pretty good sized pocket. I mean, you can put more than just flat items in here, you know, but like with any pocket, the more you stuff it, the more it's going to intrude on other pockets and other sections of the bag. But I usually throw, like, you know, maps in here, maybe a book, you know, maybe some emergency survival stuff, you know, whatever you want to put in there. So it's a decent sized pocket. Okay, then on the side you got your nice mesh water bottle pockets, and then your compression straps. They're on the outside, they're not fed through the inside. Some of them are the inside of the pocket, some of them are on the outside of the pocket. I would prefer to have it more on the inside of the pocket than the outside, but you know, whatever. So you can put your water bottle in here, crank down on it to make sure your bottle doesn't fall out, but then you got to loosen it every time you want to get your bottle, so that could be a pain. But okay, here's the other part of the trekking pole. You had your loop down here, so you put your poles through here, and then up here is your cord lock. And let's see, I haven't used this, so let's see, how do you do this? You unhook it there, and you push this little button here. It's a little hard to push because it's new. You push this button here and it releases this out so you can get some more cord out. There you go. And then you hook it around your poles, and you can push that again to tighten it up around your poles, so it'll hold your poles in there while you're trekking. Cool little feature. I'm sure you could use it for, you know, a hatchet, you know, variety of different gear. So there you go, it went around my finger. Then behind that you have another compression. Oh, hold on one second, got a call. Okay, sorry about that. You know, the phone always rings when you're doing something. So anyways, okay, so you had your compression here. And then behind the zipper pocket, you got a cool little stash pocket. And you've got a, you know, your little buckle here to secure your stuff. And it's an adjustable bucket. I have it tucked in here so it stays out of the way. But here's the rest of it. So you can adjust it, you know, tighten it up. And then you can unhook your side compression. And you got this huge stash pocket in here. I mean, it's huge. It's up to my elbow. Sorry, I wish I had my tape measure, but it's a really good size. You can stick a rain jacket in there. You can stick whatever, something you want to get to right away. You know, if you have a large medical kit or something, you can toss it in there. So it's nice. It's convenient. You know, I'm usually not one for these kind of stash pockets, but this one's made really nice. The sides are gusseted so it'll expand and stuff, but not to the point where stuff's going to fall out. Sometimes you just get like a stretchy piece of mesh that comes so far, or just a piece of elastic even, to where your gear could possibly fall out. You know, not saying that one's better than the other, but I do like the fact of that, you know, nothing's going to fall out of this. So that was a nice feature for me from Gregory. Okay, and then before we get to the top of the pack, I want to show you the back here. So you have nice carry handle. It's a very strong carry handle. It's plenty for this type of bag. This is a women's bag, by the way, Gregory Jade. You know, and you can go back and forth. I have guys packs, I have women's packs. You know, it's whatever's comfortable for you. There are some differences in the shoulder straps I've noticed from men's pack to women's pack. Most men typically have broader shoulders, so their straps are broader. And typical women have narrower shoulders, obviously. So they have a little bit, not as wide, a little bit thinner shoulder strap. And the only difference I've really noticed, to me it's brand to brand, because like I have a Kelties pack, which I don't know if it's unisex or just guys or whatever, but it has a little bit wider shoulder pad, but it's nice. It doesn't cut into my collarbone, which some of the other ones do. Some of the really wider ones are very uncomfortable to use. But these are women specific, and it's a very comfortable pack. You have your load lifters up here. Then you have for your chest strap, it's just your standard chest strap. It's not in elastic, stretchy, it's rigid, but it works. The best part about it though is you have these slide rails, and you can adjust it and slide it up and down to get your comfort level. And then you have further adjustments down here at the bottom, which is nice. And you got a hip belt, which, you know, you may or may not want a hip belt on a day pack, so especially something this small. I like them. I liked, it's just, for me, it's just more comfortable. Plus you get the additional pockets, which is nice. This has got a couple mesh pockets with zippers, so your gear is definitely secure in here. You can put, I usually put the little camera I'm shooting with right now in here, or I'll put a pair of monocular or a snack bar or something in here, which is nice. It's easy to get to. They are nicely padded for a day pack. That's got to be about a 1/2 inch thick padding. The back padding in your lower back, this is just the best. It is so comfortable to wear this pack even under a heavy load, which I have done a few times. Tried to stretch this small little day pack into, you know, a full day at a more treacherous park rather than a leisurely, you know, type park. And I really loaded up the weight in here, and it's held up really nice. No problems. I have a neck injury, so backpacks for me are really hard to find comfortable packs to pack with heavy loads and for a long period of time, because with a neck injury they really don't want you carrying heavy loads, but you know, life goes on. So anyways, this is a really nicely heavily padded. It's between a 1/2 inch and 3/4 of an inch, so that is just very, very soft and comfortable. Now the best feature of this backpack is it's got the CrossFlo suspension, and I've owned over the years, I don't know, just tons and tons. Probably, I think right now I probably have at least 6 Gregory packs right now. You know, and I've sold a couple and traded a couple and stuff, just to try out different ones. But the CrossFlo is the best suspension in my opinion, because you really do get airflow behind this mesh trampoline style suspension, and you're never totally going to get away from wet back. You're just not. I mean, everybody sweats. You know, 90, 100 degrees, you're going to sweat. And at least it's not a closed material, and the whole pack isn't up against your back, because that'll definitely make you sweat extensively, because you're not getting any airflow in there whatsoever. Where this pack, with this mesh suspension like that, and it being off the backpack here, even if you do get a little sweaty back, as soon as the wind blows and it cuts through there, oh my god, it feels so cool. You're like, just waiting for the next breeze to come to kind of give you some relief. And then behind that, it's a little hard to see here, but there's a couple of suspension wires that run through and run down to support the pack, to support some weight inside this pack. It's just a very well built, well thought out pack, especially for a day pack. You know, because usually you can get away with just a pair of shoulder straps, you know, and just a basic bag, no frame, you know, no real suspension because they're so light. But great attention to detail. I really like it. It does make the pack a little more versatile as far as being able to jam more weight into this thing and being comfortable for longer periods of time. So fantastic feature. Okay, then we get up to the top here. We're at the brain of the pack, and this is nice. I love having that top pocket up here. And you know, you got your key fobs, you can throw your keys in there when you're hiking, you know where they are. And it's just a really large pocket. I mean, really large pocket. And it fits just a ton of gear in there, you know, depending on what you're taking. Again, you know, I might throw my first aid kit in here, or some maps in here. Again, whatever, toiletry kit, whatever you want to get to right away. But it's very, for day pack, it's a very impressive size in there. Then your zippers are, they're interesting. I'm not quite sure. I don't think they're YKK zippers. Oh, and I lost the page. Okay, let's see here. They don't really say if they're YKK zips or not. All I know is they're like self-sealing zippers, as you can see. They kind of go over the zippers. See that? They kind of seal up around the zipper, which is nice. So, you know, it's got to help with water resistance to keep stuff out of there. If you get caught in a quick light downpour or something into it, you can get to that wonderful rain cover that's built in here. Just amazing. Amazing value for the price of these packs. You know, to go buy an expensive pack and then turn around and have to shell out another 30 bucks or so for a rain cover. Gregory includes it. Just, again, well thought out. As you can see, I've never had to use it. I've always been in really hot weather, and I'm luckily I haven't been caught in any downpours that I didn't mind anyway. Sometimes you're begging for it when it's so hot out there, but So this is just another great feature, another great attention to detail in this pack, and just excellent value. Alright, so now, to get into this pack, it's a cool feature. It's a top loading pack. It's not a panel loader, but the zippers go quite a ways down to open this up, which is really cool because usually they only go so far, and you usually get this kind of a view into your pack, and then you gotta look down there like this. These zippers go down quite a bit farther, so you get a really wide open. It's not a panel loader, but it's pretty darn close. At least you can get in there, you can see down inside the pack. When you do open it up opposite the brain on the top, you got a nice little mesh pocket here. Decent size, you know. You don't want to be too intrusive on the inside, but again, odds and ends, chapstick, sorry about that, you know, little things, chapstick, keys, whatever. Just tons of little odds and ends you can throw in there. And then on the back side here, you have a couple of hooks here. Now, it's you know, really your choice. You could use them again for, you know, a key type situation. You could put a hydration pack in here, and you can use this to guide your hose out the left or right side. You can use it for a variety of things, whatever your preference is. You also get a little loop here where you could stick a carabiner in here if you wanted to, or some rope or whatever, if you wanted to strap something here. Inside here is just access to behind the suspension here. There's no plastic, there's a plastic frame sheet in here, but it's like sewn in here, so you can't really remove it. So they kind of keep that under wraps. Okay, so it is built in there. You can hear it. It's a plastic frame sheet to keep everything from swaying and stuff. And then you've got a pretty decent size hydration pocket in here. You can probably get a 2, maybe 3 liter hydration in here. And then it's kind of hard trying to do this around the tripod here. Sorry. And then you got your storage area here, which, you know, it's going to be a little hard to see here. You probably get a better idea in the next video when we pack this up for a day hike. So, you know, but for such a small little pack, it's got a lot of great features. You can get a lot of gear in here depending on what it is that you take on your day hikes. You know, everybody's different. Every type of day hike is different. You might have something just a simple, leisurely day hike that's where the trails aren't technical, or where you're gonna, you know, maybe hike out to a lake and pop your butt down by the lake all day, maybe versus hiking and trekking all day long. So again, depending on what you pack, it's a great bag. It's a great bag. I totally recommend this bag from Gregory. I'm trying out different bags by different companies, but this is still my go-to, especially for the really high humidity days, really hot days, because it's a very cool bag, and it's also very comfortable. So there you go. That's a Gregory Jade 28. This is the women's version pack. If you have any questions, comments, want to know any specs in more detail, drop me a line down in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the mini review of this pack. And stay tuned for the day hike pack, where we're going to pack this thing up and you can see what it can hold. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.